putting the skin lightening cream on her face, making sure that she gets under her eyes and all the crevices behind the ears. See, she's making sure she puts it all across her face because she doesn't want to end up like one of those girls who have the orange faces and the brown necks. She just wants to be light-skinned too, so she can finally be pretty. Then all of a sudden, she says to herself that if I put some of this skin lightening cream in a tub of bleach, and I sit down in that tub of bleach with my snorkel in my mouth, I can finally get all this light skin cream and bleach on my skin, and I can finally be light skin tint, so I can finally be pretty. So she concocts the plan. She lays down in that tub of bleach and that light skin cream and puts that snorkel in her mouth so that way she can breathe, and then she lays down there, her body begins to burn. But you remember that every time that hair would burn, when she put that perm to straighten her hair, when it would burn, it would just mean that her hair was getting straighter and straighter. So she started to smile, but she was burning. But she said beauty is pain, and it doesn't matter because all I have to be is light skin tin and finally be pretty. So she laid in that tub, and as her body began to convulse and shake more and more, she said, I will endure this pain because I just want to be light skin tin. I finally just want to be pretty. And then as she sat there, she could no longer do it. So she said, I'm gonna give myself 10 more seconds just so I can just go through it. And she said 10, 9, 8. She tried to jump back out. She got back down at 7, 6, 5. She shook more. 4, 3, 2. She jumped out, jumped back in at 1. Then she washed it off. Then she looked in the mirror, but she closed her eyes really quick so she couldn't see an image. She had to make sure she got all the stuff out of her eyes so she didn't see what she wanted to see. But she smiled, getting excited, because all she wanted to be was light-skinned tin and finally be pretty. So she kept smiling. She was just waiting to open her eyes and finally see what she always wanted to be. And then when she opened her eyes, she realized that more than she ever was before, she was darker. And the light skin and cream and bleach made her hair go back to nappy. And she couldn't understand why a God above would treat her this way. All she wanted was to be light skinned tin and pretty. So why can't you let me be, God? And then something came to her and it said, if you can't love you for what you are, then you will always be ugly. You will always be ugly. So love you. Love you.